Smash with you right here, doing a little dry talking, ain't telling no lies. I gotta tell you what, if you get a chance, you're here on this Asher Benrubi Smash YouTube channel, make sure you get a look down at the Diabetic Diner section, that playlist over there. And in that playlist, I kind of explain a little bit of my past as a youth. I was a painter's Cowboy kid model, Jiminy Christmas. I don't know how many ponies I rode. I don't know how many walls those paintings are on across this great country known as the US of A. But check it out. The Diabetic Diner on that Asher Benrubi Smash YouTube channel. With that in mind, thinking about cowboys. Whatever happened to cowboys? The kids nowadays, when they're watching TV, do they even watch TV anymore? They got so much to watch that they can't watch because the choices are too big. And anybody knows anything about choices, you got too many choices, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna make a choice! Here's what I'm asking the children. And I'm asking the programmers of these great TV stations in this here United States. Let's bring back the cowboy. Yeah, they got Star Wars and Star Wars Rogue and all these offshoots. And those are the cowboys of a space era, of a galaxy far, far away, if you will, or even if you won't. But I'm saying let's bring back cowboy TV shows. And I'm talking about great shows like Gunsmoke. That was a great cowboy TV show. I'll tell you why. Because number one, Matt Dillon was a bad dude. But number two, Miss Kitty was a fine, blow my mind. But that was me as a youth. I, of course, now appreciate her as a full-blown, full-fledged American gal. With that in mind, let me give you some idea of what cowboy shows were like back in that particular day. Oh, you kids. Sure, you got stuff like Kid Rock. I want to be a cowboy, baby. Riding all night cause I play all day. Cowboy, baby. I can smell a pimp from a mile away. No, you can't. Because usually pimps are the cleaner people as far as that sales program is concerned. But that's just me from a different life. How about cowboys like, well, the ultimate cowboy, the ultimate clean cowboy? That's Roy Rogers. Had himself a beautiful girl. Her name was Dale Evans. They happened to be married. They had a wonderful little pony that they stuffed when the pony died. His name was Trigger, a Palomino. And Trigger now stands where others were unable to ever stand as far as equestrian type of lore is concerned. And that is right there in the Roy Rogers Dale Evans home. But who will ever forget great songs like Happy Trails to You until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans had a great sidekick, Gabby Hayes. Now, Gabby Hayes couldn't ride a horse. He had himself a hip problem. So what did he do? He rode a Jeep. But like every cowboy would name his horse, whatever they named their horse, he named his Jeep Nellie. And Gabby Hayes had Nellie, and he rode Nellie around. Nellie went everywhere the ponies went, no problem whatsoever. That was Roy Rogers. That was Dale Evans. That, of course, was adventure. And then you want to talk about one of the ultimate cowboys. And then, hey, horse, hey, hey, hey! And Silver, the grand white horse, would be up in its haunches, 2 legs. And on top of that horse was the Lone Ranger, the masked man. Clayton Moore was his name, as far as his reality is concerned. But the Lone Ranger, and then he had himself, salute to him, a sidekick that indeed did a lot of his dirty work, and yet at the same time learned from the Lone Ranger. Oftentimes kids go ahead and take some dirty work from upper management, more or less. That's what the Lone Ranger was in relation to Tonto. But then again, every once in a while, that upper management does have some good ideas. And with that in mind, you could grow into upper management yourself and thus imagine the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you could be making on a constant basis year in, year out. Why? Because you weren't afraid to be Tonto when the Lone Ranger was up on Silver on those 2 legs of the back part of the pony. And he said, "Hi ho, Silver, ahoy." So, we continue on the theme of cowboy TV shows. Cheyenne was a great show. Maverick was a great show. Sugarfoot, Sugarfoot, easy loping, cattle roping, Sugarfoot. Sugarfoot was cool because he was kind of like, wimped out until it came time to shoot somebody. Then Sugarfoot became dead hand, no problem whatsoever. One of the ultimate cowboys, and I'm not saying this is the way it should be, but was Chuck Connors. And then we go boo 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 boo, and then Chuck had this rifle that had one of those kind of things. We go ka-cha, 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 and bang 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 bang, shot all the bad guys like that. And in the end, there was a moral lesson in that for his kid. I'm not saying you youngsters need to learn from that, but that was a great TV show. But for me, as a young man, the ultimate TV show of a cowboyistic nature was Paladin, Paladin, where do you roam? Paladin, Paladin, so far from home. Paladin. This dude was one of the roughest looking dudes around. And that's what I loved about him, because he wasn't clean cut. He was just down, dirty. If I was a cowboy, that's the way I'd want to look as a cowboy. And he wore that black hat, which meant, yeah, I'm a good guy, but you mess with me, I got to go bad. And that's what Paladin was. A soldier of fortune in a savage land. Have gun, will travel, reads the card of a man. Paladin. You ever get to, go YouTubing beyond just this Asher Benrubi Smash YouTube site right here, check out Paladin. I loved Paladin, daggone it. But let me talk about one of the greatest movies as far as cowboys are concerned. And that is a movie with a guy named Lee Marvin in it. Lee Marvin looked just like my dad. My dad looked like a cross between Lee Marvin and Anthony Quinn. Whenever I saw Lee Marvin, because Lee Marvin always played bad dudes. And in this movie, Liberty Valance, the man who shot Liberty Valance, Lee Marvin was Liberty. And it was like the song said, Liberty Valance had to get shot to learn his lesson. And Liberty Valance wound up getting shot by James Stewart. You know who James Stewart is? Mr. Smith Goes to Washington? Okay, maybe you don't remember that one, but James Stewart. Liberty Valance starts shooting at James Stewart right there in the middle of the town. James Stewart held his own. Liberty Valance didn't know that James would go ahead and fire off that one shot that killed Liberty Valance. But James Stewart was that guy from It's a Wonderful Life. Why would you shoot that guy? It's a Wonderful Life, daggone it. Lee Marvin was shooting at him. And Lee Marvin, as Liberty Valance, went down. And as the song says, until that day, when Liberty Valance rode the town, the women folk would hide, they'd hide. When Liberty Valance rode the town, the men would step aside. 'Cause the point of a gun was the only law that Liberty understood. When it came to shooting straight and fast, he was mighty good. Many a man would take his hat, many a man would fall. The man who shot Liberty Valance, he shot Liberty Valance. He was the bravest of them all. Jimmy Stewart. I'll tell you what, I feel sorry for the kids. They don't have that kind of inspiration, that cowboy inspiration anymore. It just makes me want to cry, but at the same time, makes me want to sing happy songs like Marshall Tucker. This old cowboy, one of the greatest cowboy songs. It's just a great cowboy song. Oh, God. The unfortunate part of today's society, I'm wearing my shades so you don't see the tears welling, is that all you kids have as far as a cowboy reference is, I want to be a cowboy, baby. Riding all night 'cause I play all day. Cowboy, baby. I can smell a pimp from a mile away. Well, keep on sniffing if that's the kind of life you want. You want to smell a pimp from a mile away? Sniff on. Future pimp yourself. Pardon me again for being emotionally involved, but I just care for the children. It's like Karen Carpenter once sang, bless the beasts and the children. And that's the way I feel right now. So bless you kids, and maybe someday one of you kids will say to one of these big-time TV producers, programmers, just give me a good cowboy movie. Just give me a good cowboy show. Just give me a good cowboy song. The way old Uncle Smash gave it to me back in the day. Back when I was digging the smash.